All right, welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to work on a 20-ounce hog. These are the materials. Some scrapbook paper. I got, who knows where, but some stencils I'm going to use there. And that glitter is from the Glitter Grind. That is some mica powder from PDB Creative Studios and some more there from Arteza. These are the outlines that we're going to use and the stripes. And we are making a Valentines. Those are some heart glitter that I did not decide, or I decided not to use. And here we're going to use some alcohol, 91%, and wipe down this tumbler. And then I will proceed to use the Mod Podge to adhere that piece of scrapbook paper. Not quite sure coming up here why I didn't paint my tumbler before I added glitter, but you'll see that that's what I did. I just added the Mod Podge. Like the same Mod Podge that I'm using here. So I'm just going to put a nice thin layer on this piece of scrapbook paper after I put my glove on and take it and wrap it around the top part of the tumbler. Just line it up right there. Leave a little bit of a space for a lip there, an edge for the epoxy to have something to adhere to. I'm just going to finish up putting a little bit more Mod Podge, and this is that glass, like a super hard coat Mod Podge, so it's pretty good stuff. I like it. Then I'm going to take the Mod Podge again after I smooth that down and just go over it a little bit more to even it out, get any air bubbles out that might be there. And then we'll move on to the next step. Next step here, we are going to take I'm going to take my painter's tape here and line this up to cover up the scrapbook paper because we don't want to get glitter on that. Struggle here for a little bit, but get it good and lined up. At least that's what I was trying to do here anyway. I think this time I get it. There we go. Come on. Yep. There we are. Just smooth it out. Make sure there's no air under there. Cut off any excess here. I think I must have cut the paper because it took me a little bit longer to get this off. Just cut that away, make it nice and straight. Trying to get a straight edge here. One more little piece there. There we go. All right, and then proceed to get this piece of scrapbook paper covered up. And what I don't show very well was trimming the rim of the cup above the tape line so that I can also apply some glitter up there. I accidentally cut that part out, sorry. I'm going to go ahead and take that same Mod Podge and the same brush probably and put a nice layer, smooth coat. Don't forget your bottom. Nice smooth layer all the way around. And then take that, I believe it's Snow White from the Glitter Grind. But apply a nice even layer of the glitter on there. And like I said, I'm not sure why I didn't paint this, but it's all right. It's mine, so don't forget your bottom. You always remember, get your bottoms. And there we have it. And then I'm going to go ahead and top it off and then do the top rim. Apply a little Mod Podge here. I know it seems pretty minuscule, and it is, but it all works out in the end. It's such a pretty cup. I love how it turned out. Go ahead and sprinkle some glitter on this here, and then we'll be ready to move on to the next step. Tap it off with some scissors. And clean up that glitter. We're going to keep that because it's not contaminated. So we're going to put that back in the jar. Nice and neat. That stuff gets everywhere. But it's so pretty. So pretty. All right, get that in the jar here. Get a little more. And then goes to waste. So, all right, on to the next step. We're going to put two, after it's dry, we're going to wipe it down with that brush there, put 2 coats of this, and move on to the next part. Okay, so I am back. This tumbler has had the 2 coats of the 2 times clear matte, and it also now has 2 coats of KS Resin's liquidy split. It is nice and smooth and ready to go. So what I'm going to do here is place these stencils randomly around in this white area. And then I am going to take my Mars Black by Arteza and my Rose Madder, also by Arteza, and I am going to use these paintbrushes to fill in the hearts. And then probably 2 coats on that. And then once that's through, then we will go in with the mica powders and some tack it. First off, after the paint's dry, then we'll go over it with tack it. Once the tack it dries, then we'll go over it with the mica powder. So I'm going to go ahead and just start peeling these off. Hopefully without too much of a problem here. Let's take my little pokey. There we go. And just go and place them randomly, at random. Make sure you don't have any lumps in there. Okay. That just happened to fit in there just perfectly, didn't it? I hope. Yeah. Maybe I'm going to cut that corner off. This corner right here. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Let's get all these all smoothed down. Make sure there's no bubble, air ripples, or whatever in there. Okay. And hopefully they're easy enough to peel back. All right, so now I am going to paint them. At random, no rhythm, no rhythm, no reason, no rhyme. Speak your words, Ange. Speak your words. Get this open. There we go. Squirt a little bit there. Probably gonna need more than that, but we'll see. Okay. Okay, and then just paint it in like that. And let that dry. And do the same with the black. And speed you through this. So sit here and watch me paint all of these hearts. Okay, so now I'm going to let that sit and dry, and I'll come back and we'll do the tacket and the mica powders. Be right back. Put a little bit of tacket out there, and I'm going to mix it up a little bit because there's still some water on here from rinsing it off from the paint. Oh, there's actually some paint on there still. Okay, I'm just going to go and put a thin coat on these hearts. And we're going to go just with one color first because I don't want to get the other mica powders on the other flowers. Hearts. When you know that tacket is dry, it turns clear. So it will no longer be white. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and continue to put the tacket over and over on all of the stencils or all of the red hearts. Being sure to stay inside of the stencil area. And then once I do that, I do end up going over, I believe, each heart, the pink or the red and the black twice with the tacket. Pardon me. Just to make sure I get a good layer of adhesion for the mica powders. And up next, we will be applying the mica. This little thing I think I got from my glitter addiction or glitter babes, I don't recall. Could have also been PDB Studios. I don't remember, but All right. So those should be dry. And what I'm going to do is just take this and dust over it. Being very careful to not put too much because I don't want to make a mess. So pretty. Again, this mica powder is raspberry red from Arteza. Super pretty on that red paint. Oh, I'm in love with it. Ah.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts.
Okay, and then we will move on to the black.
I've been alone for what seems like forever. Try to hold it together, but I'm losing my grip. I need someone.
The brush I'm going to be using is a Wet n Wild brush from the Dollar Tree. The brush is a little bit bigger than the other one, but it's okay. Just barely dip it in there. Tap it off. Don't want too much.
Sleep in the light of day. Show me the clouds are done. Build me a paper plane. We'll fly it until we're lost. To dry your eyes, we'll touch the skies like satellites. With ice like hawks, we roam the air.
Okay, we'll go ahead and put the lid back on this. Make a mess everywhere. And peel back the stencil paper. And I forgot to mention the stencil paper I got from Silhouette. It's a Silhouette brand. And they're also pretty. I'm going to go ahead and peel all these off, speed you through this. And come back for the next part. Okay, all those are off. One little spot. Careful where I touch the rest of this. Right here. I can scratch that off with this without scratching my resin for the heart. Maybe I'll just. But that is also going to be covered up by a outline. So I'm okay. All right, so I am back, and I went ahead and applied some of the stripes and the outlines on these hearts. Wanted to save time until I forgot to turn on my recorder, my phone. So apologies for that, but let's go ahead and get started with applying the rest of these outlines. I don't recall if I said earlier, but this vinyl is a textured vinyl gold foil or something. It's by Cricut brand. Oops. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and carefully line that up. And then I can get it on here like that. Not perfect, you can see a little bit, but that's okay. I am not worried at all. This is my beauty. Unless I sell it, which is always possible. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this one here. And done. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I got two more. A little one here. Carefully. So big. Ouch. Just poked myself with something sharp in my fingernail bed. Put that over a little bit more. That's good. Oh, all right, that's good. Oh yeah. Okie dokie, there's that one. And then I have one more big heart. Get that off of here. I don't know if I showed you this either because it's been a few days since I've worked on this tumbler. But I applied those to the bottom. I don't recall if I did that on camera or not. And I kind of applied them back. I should have paid attention to where this part was and lined them up a little better so that if you drink like that, they're not like that. They should be this way. So the points are down here. But anyway, it's okay. It's a walking piece of art. So it's handmade. And nobody else has one of these. Not like mine. Anyway, they may have their own, but let's see here. I gotta move this one over a tad bit. Like how that side lines up. There we go. This is going to. Oops, come on. There we go. All right. There we have that. And let's see here. I was going to take my vinyl strips that I have here cut out. They are tiny as could be. And I don't know if I made them long enough, so I may have to piece this together. And if I didn't, then I might just not put them on there at all. But let's just see. And with these, I'm going to apply them right in the inside here. And carefully keep it aligned with the red. Oh yeah, I think it's definitely long enough. Awesome sauce. Sorry for the quietness. I may even be fast forwarding through this part. All right, so down to there. Leave that like that. I will cut that off in a minute. And go ahead and get the rest of these applied on here. All right, so I'm just going to finish out putting the stripes, the striping on this. Normally I wouldn't use pieces to do this if I was going to really sell this, because I didn't end up selling this. I did this because I was going to use this tumbler, but I wouldn't piece it together like I said. I would use full strips. But as it turns out, it worked out just fine the way that I did this. And just go ahead and continue. I'm putting the little strips of the gold on either side of the red strips, and then just using my craft knife and my scissors here to cut off right there, cut off a straight edge so I can butt up another piece next to it with another straight edge so they fit good together. Yeah, so let's go ahead and finish that part up. And once I finish putting all the accessories on here, up next we will be putting on some verbiage. And right here, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put it. Actually, I know where I'm going to put it. I'm just looking it over. Isn't she pretty? So I put on here, Mrs. Steal Your Heart. And I'm going to try to line it up right there in the middle of it. Stand it up so I can get a better view. And just use the X's and the hearts up at the top to also help. And then I'm going to slow down here in a second to slowly peel this off. Just using this squeegee to get this as good as possible. Don't want any air bubbles under there. And then slowly you want to peel this back and as close to the cup as possible. And now it is ready for some epoxy. And I'm going to I do 2 coats. Well, first of all, I'm going to spray it with this matte Rust-Oleum 2 times clear. And then in 1 layer of the epoxy, I'm going to drop those here and there. And upcoming is the final results. All right, here she is. I think she turned out to be beautiful. I did, however, sand before I should have on those red glitter pieces. And unfortunately, became a little silver, but you'd never know that if you didn't know. If I wouldn't have told you. Anyhow, there she is. I think she's beautiful. Better late than never for some love, right? So now the Valentines and February is over. Anyway, that's not what I'm going to say. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed my video today. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. I'm going to try to get better And until my next video, have a good day, have a good night, whatever it may be for you. And I will see you next time.